My thoughts this Thursday are for anyone who's out there who is dating or might be dating someday. Song of Solomon 8:4 says to not awaken or arouse or wake up love until the appropriate time. And as followers of Jesus, we read that verse often and we set it aside as talking about the physical aspects of a relationship. That there are certain things like holding hands that are okay to do when you're dating. But there are other things that we save until marriage. But I want to challenge that verse, and I want to challenge you in that verse a little bit deeper today. I see all the time where we cross lines as far as emotionally, as far as a connection of relationship that maybe shouldn't be crossed until marriage. It's easy to read that and set aside the physical things. But what about the emotional things? What about the other boundaries in your life that we don't always set aside? So I would guard some areas today. So I want to give you just 3 thoughts about this idea of boundaries and dating. First, if you're a parent, you still have influence in this area in your kid's life. I see all the time where parents aren't guarding their time together as a family. Now, there are plenty of opportunities where your son or daughter can bring their boyfriend or girlfriend over and spend time, and that's great. But I would encourage you, parents, guard your time as a family. Whether that's a family vacation or if that's just family game night. It's okay to communicate, hey, this is just for us right now. Maybe someday they'll be part of the family, but right now they're not. So I would encourage you to guard your family time. Secondly, stop taking engagement pictures if you're not engaged. The things that go on inside the mind of a young man or a young woman when a professional photographer is standing in front of you telling you how to hold one another is really set aside for when you are engaged and when you are married. Wait, it's okay to do that. And lastly, I would encourage you to guard yourself in the idea of taking trips together, getting on planes together, staying in hotels. These are all things that can wait until you're married. We see them a lot in our culture. We see all of these things go on social media all the time. But we're called to live differently as followers of Jesus. And so I say, especially in these 3 areas, it's okay to guard yourself. Guard yourself in the emotional aspect, and it's going to help you in the physical aspect as well. If you're able to guard yourself in these 3 areas, then when it comes time to go on the family vacation as a family, it's going to be even more sweeter. And when it comes time to go on your honeymoon together and travel, it's going to be even more sweeter. And when it comes time to finally take those engagement pictures, it's going to make those moments even more sweeter.